rancheras portaban.
Ahí ya saben que Luis ya anda pedo.
We're not starting like this.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Otra vez?
What?
No, we're starting like this.
No?
What is going on, everybody? This is another
Fucking
episode
hate
of
you
Take a Shot Podcast. We caught Luis lacking otra vez, guys. We're your guys' hosts. I'm Angel.
And I'm V.
And I'm Luis.
El más pedo de todos.
Yeah, straight up.
I doubt it.
Right now, ahorita, guys. So,
Fucking hate these people.
I
Get me
doubt
outta
it.
here.
He loves us. He loves us.
I'm still recruiting, by the way, guys. Hit me up. Gmail.
Yeah, someone hit Luis up. So, but today, guys, we are trying. I don't know if I'm pretty sure these just came out, right?
I hope.
I hope so too, because that's what the guy at the liquor store
Based
told us.
on our hypothesis, they came out.
Not a hypothesis, but
Hypothesis.
anyways, the guy at the liquor store told us that these just came out, so we wanted to give him a try. You know,
My homie Greg.
Sí, ya definitivamente anda bien pedo
Yeah,
el compa.
dude.
No, that's a homie.
No,
I
no,
worked
no.
with him for years.
Luis's homie Greg told us these were new. So, Gin and Juice by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Guys, low-key, these things are kind of fire.
If you guys like White Claws or what are the
They're
the
like-
seltzer drinks?
yeah,
Are
there's
they
low-key,
kind of
this is-
similar like this?
Without
with
aftertaste.
this
I
thing,
feel
Go.
What do you feel like?
I feel like these are like a little bit less like bubbly, if that makes sense, kind
Uh-huh.
of. But you get that like good fruity, like citrusy taste afterwards, depending on the flavor you get. Whatever.
It's low-key kind of good, guys, and you get no aftertaste too. It tastes like real juice, like
Yeah, it's dank.
it's
Like
actually
agua
kinda
con
good.
jugo.
Yeah, low-key.
It's expensive, low key, but I recommend it. I'm gonna start. You see me poor, like being a homeless nigga, it might have been because of this. Just so you guys know.
Anyways,
guys.
we were gonna make a drink with the Hennessy, but we couldn't find the ingredients, so that's why we're just gonna take a shot of Hennessy instead, and then that's why we bought these to kind
We
of
wanted to
compensate.
fight
Yeah, Luis wanted to fight or something.
and say nigga.
All right, ready, guys? You guys know how we do over here at Taking Shots Podcast.
Está bien, no. Sin motivación acá.
I know.
Es
All right,
que,
cheers, guys.
guys,
All right, cheers, guys.
Wait.
Cheers, Taking Shots
Cheers,
Podcast, guys. I hate it here. Goddamn.
Sorry.
Now you're doing the breathing
You
exercise.
fucked it up. Yeah, we fucked it up. All right, ready. Una, dos, tres.
Ah. Wakala, dude. Ugh.
Vivi told me about this, but she lied.
You're not doing it right.
To breathe in and then take it and then breathe out.
Oh, that was nasty.
Do you want me to pull that up?
No, I just.
All right, guys. Well, today we got a juicy topic for you guys. We're going to be arguing maybe probably a little bit.
I
What
hope
is
so.
what's the topic today, Luis?
All right, guys. So the topic today, we brought the Hennessy out because we might fight. We're not gonna mention names, but we might fight. So just the difference on the genders of girls and guys, or
What?
women and men.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
The differences? I can tell you the differences.
Yeah.
Well, not the difference.
What Luis is trying to say, porque ya anda un poquito
Ya se
pedo
pedo.
a la chingada.
Ahí
Now
es.
it's my turn to bully him because he's like, siempre andas pedo. But like, nah, you're pedo for sure. But what Luis was trying to say is, who has it harder, in general, as being a man or a woman?
Male or female?
Yeah.
Who's got it harder? Who's got it harder, Luis? What do you think?
Me?
Yeah. Who right off the bat? What do you think? Who do you think has it harder, guys or girls?
All right. I wanted to. No, let me speak last. I have a.
You go
Fucking
first.
hate you guys. All right,
Let's hear
whatever. So, in my viewpoint,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that we all have different battles, and I believe we all have like this. Like we have a different role. Like a man has a man role, the woman has a woman role.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a difference. They may have their different battles. So
So
I do like say like it's like an equal kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, guys can have a little bit harder, but it's because it's I believe it's like a part of the DNA.
Mm-hmm. So when you were
I'll
okay,
explain myself a little
okay,
further.
no, okay,
'cause
so-
I already see Vivi like
so when you say that a guy has a role and like a woman and a
Mhm.
male have roles, what roles are you like? Are you specifically talking about like?
so for me, like let's say I believe a lot on like let's say I'm gonna take this all the way back, and you know how
Here
I
he
always
goes
say
with his
like
Andrew
my
Tate.
primal beliefs, right?
They're not real.
And I think I might have fucking made that word up.
I think you
now
did make
that
it
I
up, yeah.
You did,
realize
you
it.
did.
Yeah,
Make it up,
because
yeah.
someone of our viewers had to question it privately to our friends group chat, and then it had me thinking.
It
I had
was
to
made up
Google
word.
search it.
Made up
There
word.
was a word that I made up. But anyways, for me, like what I mean to say every time I say like primal beliefs, it's like, let's say I feel like we're an animal. Let's say primal.
Yeah.
So I believe like us humans are another just species of animal. As a man, I believe you're supposed to like protect and provide for your like the
As the
woman.
role. As the role
Yeah,
for the men. Yeah.
exactly.
For the male.
Like even take it back to like there's no civilization, whatever. The man would be the one that like there was a fucking cave when the caveman ages.
Mhm.
There was a cave. I believe like the woman was there protecting like let's say the kids, hidden as secure as possible. And the guy would have to be out there trying to get food, trying to get resources.
Mhm.
And let's say if danger comes in, the guy was the one that had the role to protect
Mhm.
the family.
Yeah.
He would put himself first overall in front of like let's say the kids and the woman.
So for the how you just explained it right now, like the
Mhm.
role for the male would be to protect and,
And provide.
provide.
Yeah.
Okay, and then for a woman, she'd stay home and
I don't believe. I don't
pers-
really
what's your
truly
perspective
believe
on
it's
that?
like stay like it's because every time.
because I'm just trying to get a grasp
No,
of like
okay, okay,
why
okay.
why you're saying like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
who has it
No,
worse.
no,
Like
I
I'm
understand
just
it
trying to
too.
get the roles.
Like I said, it's a lot of I believe it's like a yin and yang. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's one's gonna bring like
There's a
yin and
balance of
yang.
good and bad.
There's a balance overall.
Hmm.
Like a man and a woman is gonna be the balance.
Yeah.
I really do think like the man is gonna be more logical, the girl's gonna be more emotional.
Hmm.
And that's why I believe like as a guy you do need a girl support overall, and the girl still needs that protection from a guy. Why are you laughing?
I'm just saying, like, what made you change your mind, Mr. Andrew Tate?
That is an Andrew Tate belief.
Mm.
No, not from the
No,
previous
that is an
episodes.
Andrew
Not from the
Tate.
previous
No.
episodes.
Oh
Okay,
my
but all right, but back
No,
back on the
okay.
topic though is like, okay, well, give me the role for the woman. Like, okay, you already told us the role for the men, right?
Mhm.
So the role for the woman, what would that be for you in your eyes?
The role as a woman,
When
I
you
really,
describe it, when we're talking about who has it harder,
let's say as a family or just like a part, like
like
let's say as
we
a
were saying in
relationship
general, we were saying in general,
yeah.
in general.
in general.
So with the family,
Sure, we can do with
Sure.
family
okay.
or without family.
So
And-
I really do think like a woman is supposed to be like let's say, um, taking care of the kids most
Mhm.
likely. Because like I said, as a guy, you're supposed to be out there trying to get resources and everything to provide to the family.
Okay, but okay, yeah, we went over the male. So what about the female? I want to know about the woman.
Like
what the
yes, the
woman's
woman.
role
Yes, what
is?
is the woman's
What
role?
do you think?
Because you keep going back to the male
Okay,
role.
okay. So the woman's role, I think, is like let's say,
like put it like this. Like, let's say you have a girlfriend or you're married, whatever scenario it is that you're in, right?
Wait, hold
Like,
on. Alright.
how would you portray like your woman?
Her
being-
role.
yeah,
her
like
role.
what's her role in
It
the
just go-
relationship with you?
It's
or
just the same question. It's
just-
like,
well,
what's the
yeah,
woman?
like-
What's the woman's role? That's it. Just don't tell me about
Like
the
right
male
now,
role.
right now,
And
as
in
a
your
day
eyes.
and age and everything.
Yes, right now.
Yeah.
Well, what you believe, what you think.
Okay.
When you like in the beginning, this literally like 2
You're going
minutes, 5
against me,
minutes
guys.
in. No,
Just
no, no.
saying.
I'm just trying to get like
we're
the
just trying to get
gist of it.
the grip of
Like,
it.
so you said that
Okay,
they each
so,
have their own roles.
Okay, you brought a good point because like every time.
Well, let's finish the first
no,
question. 'cause-
no. She brought a good point. When she's saying, because I do follow like Andrew Tate's beliefs and everything,
Uh-huh.
and that nigga exaggerates all the time.
Uh-huh.
He will make it just controversial. Like his topics will be controversial for him to spark and for it to like blow up on online.
Okay.
But I feel like I look a little bit more deep into it,
Hmm.
and like for me, like let's say they say it's like okay, the guy's role is to go work and this
Yes.
and that. The girl is
Yeah.
gonna be cooking. Like whenever you come, like the machismo type of like
Yeah.
vibe.
Hmm.
When I come home, you better have like food ready.
Hmm.
The kids,
So
whatever.
you're saying
this
that
and
you don't see it that way.
I
in
don't
a
really
sense.
see it like
Okay.
that way in this day and age.
Okay.
Like for me, it's more of like, let's say,
And this is all what you believe, right? What
yeah,
you
yeah,
think.
whatever. It's no my perspective of like Andrew Tate's beliefs. Let's say.
No, but
No, we're saying about your. No, we're not asking about who's.
about
Okay,
Andrew's
my
taste.
perspective. Okay,
Yes,
It's,
my
your
it's asking your
perspective.
perspective.
My
on-
perspective is really ideally like even simply as a provider and this and that. Like it's not gonna be like, let's say if I have a partner, I'm gonna tell the girl, okay, you're gonna stay at home and you gotta clean the house, you gotta wash
Right.
the dishes, take
Mhm.
care of the kids, and this and that. If she really wants to work, I don't want to mind and everything. But for me, my main role is still to provide. Like let's say the house rent or whatever. Let's say if we go out on a date, I still
So
feel like my responsibility is to pay for
Okay,
that.
so I'll cut you off right there because you keep going back to the guy.
so
We know
like
we all know we
overall-
all know what the guy. You already said like the guy's perspective three
Okay,
times.
okay.
So overall,
know-
what you're saying is like, if you were to be in a relationship right now, you know, as a role for you personally,
Mm.
you're still gonna be a provider, whatever it is. And even though your girlfriend wants to work, like your main
No, she
priority-
can.
no, I know that's what I'm saying. Like
It's
even
not
though
like
she,
I'm
I
gonna
know,
be like,
but
no,
hold on though,
because-
that's what I'm saying. Like even though she wants to work and do
Mhm.
her thing on the side,
Yeah.
your main priority as a man, as a male role,
Yeah.
is still provide like paying bills, paying rent, and just taking care of household overall in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of my family overall.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
basically what you're saying.
And then
Yeah.
the female role what I got from you was staying, work like cleaning and cooking basically.
It doesn't
Like,
no.
housekeeping
no.
kinda.
No,
That's not for
I don't
me at
think
all.
he said it like that.
No, it's like for me, like that's the big thing that I'm saying. People every time, like that's why they get mad at Andrew Tate because they believe that's the ideal of what Andrew Tate is saying.
Mhm.
Like they think every time like Andrew Tate is saying is like, oh, girls can't do this, can't do that, and that's why girls get mad
Yeah.
because they think it's like. I do believe like girls are more emotional, guys are more logical, and you can say this and that, and even topics that I've said before. I really have things to back it up overall. But even like the simple thing I said, like girls promote themselves online,
Mhm.
and that was a controversial take, and I know a lot of girls were like, this and that. But
Yeah,
tell
like
me
when you're
this.
saying you go to a club and you're promoting yourself.
But
that's
no,
like,
tell me this.
Nah.
How come girls, when they're single, they post a lot online? As soon as they get in a relationship, they stop posting. Baby,
I feel like what I can say, from my own personal experience. Yeah, just saying, like my personal experience. Like, I don't know. I'm speaking for myself. I don't know about other girls, but I would say for me, like when I'm in a relationship and you're my man, you have my respect. Above anything. Just because we're dating, and some girls are different because some girls will completely go MIA, and some girls will continue to post and keep doing what they're doing, and they don't care. But I feel like there is kind of a level of respect that you still kind of have to maintain as being a woman and as being. I mean, guys don't really post that much, really, in general. Us girls do, but I don't know. It's just kind of like.
So okay,
It's-
I mean,
I don't know.
we're getting like into different topics. So like the question was who do you
okay,
have at heart?
no,
So,
let's say your viewpoint.
okay.
Or let's say V's viewpoint.
No,
So
you
yeah,
can go
no. So
first.
Luis so who do you think has it harder, women or men?
I really do think it's more of a guy that
Mhm.
has a little bit harder,
Okay,
just because, like I said,
So
it's more physical.
so we'll just say that
It's more responsibility. I
and
think
then-
it's more responsibility overall.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, it's every time I say this, it's gonna be like when I say this, people are gonna think it's gonna be like more of a guy's perspective, like or let's say more of a guy is gonna be in power and everything. But like I said, you still need a woman
Mhm.
overall.
Mhm.
It's not like the Andrew Tate belief is like people think it's like woman. Okay, no.
No,
But I'm saying it's like people think it's like a woman's not gonna
Well-
be like valued overall.
okay.
Okay.
A woman is still
So
valued.
overall, you think
I
that
do
men
think-
have it a little bit harder.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Okay,
that.
that's-
We're,
a little
that's
bit.
what you're
We'll
saying.
say
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
okay,
percentage,
yes,
yes.
we'll just say that. Okay,
All right.
and then we'll kind of go into explanations why you
Alright.
think that.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
What do you think?
No, we're going this way. So what do you think?
I mean, that's turning the tables on me. For me,
And just remember, you're representing all the
hate
girls out
me-
there.
Yeah, hate me if you're gonna hate me or whatever. I feel like there's different. Shut up, please. I feel like there's different levels when you're kind of talking about this sort of situation or whatever, and who has it harder.
And I don't know if this will change your mind too, but just keep in mind. Okay, so like we know that when you were trying to get your roles across, yes, you had like we were going family wise, but when we're talking about who has it harder, we're just talking about a single person, male or female. It doesn't matter if they're in a relationship or not.
Yeah.
We're saying we're talking about one individual, one and one, not like
I
family.
still
or
believe it's gonna
Yeah.
be.
okay, okay.
Um.
I'm just to put it out there, just so you,
I don't
if you're
mind.
thinking about like,
I
oh,
really do think
yeah,
it's still a guy. And
okay,
you can call me sexist, whatever. They already called me racist. Like I said.
What?
Hey.
Shut up. But yeah, like I said, overall in general, like you said right now, it doesn't matter if you're in a family, you're single or
Mhm.
whatever. For example, for women, like he said, we are very emotional. Some women might think that they're, oh, like I'm gonna tough it out and stuff. Like, me, I speak for myself. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, like I'm a strong independent woman, like whatever it is. But I am emotional. Why? Because I do crave, like what Luis would say, I do crave that stability. I would crave somebody who I could feel, I don't have any worries in my head, like
Yeah.
my safe space kind of thing,
Yeah.
And also in the aspect where you guys don't know what periods are, you guys don't give birth, like all that
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of sort of thing,
yeah.
But also I think, and I'm not justifying, whatever it is, this is just my perspective, ladies. You guys can think whatever you guys want, hate me or whatever. But I also do think, like how I've told you guys, I do feel like men sometimes do have it a little bit harder.
Okay.
Because one, in reality, and it's been weird because I've put so much more thought into it, like for the past couple months. I don't know why, but I feel like for men, you guys have to live to a certain standard in life, and I'm not saying women don't either, but I feel like you guys are really concerned about providing and bringing. And I was looking at a video last night actually that it was saying how I think it was of Andrew Tate actually.
Damn.
And
That For You page is going crazy now.
and he was saying how there was a poem that they do, I think it's like Arab or wherever it is from a different country, and it basically states how like a man is a provider and a man will go above and beyond for his family, his kids, and whatever it is for your wife to be happy, for you to sustain that good household, because, and it's also like it plays a role as a woman too, like como dicen, there's like a saying where you give a woman a home and she gives you,
The comfort.
exactly. You buy your woman a meal, or you buy your woman groceries and she gives you a meal. And it's kind of like, it's like a 50-50, but I do also say like men do have it a little bit harder because there's, like I said, you guys, there's some men that talk about their emotions, there's some men that don't talk about their emotions, and you guys just have so much bottled up. And I feel like, us as women, like I've mentioned this before, we have makeup, there's surgeries, there's whatever it is, and for you guys are just you. There is not much that you can really change within yourself because you
like
are
looks
you.
like
Exactly.
appearance wise,
Exactly. And so I feel like it's a little bit harder, and the suicide rates are a little bit higher for men than women. And
that is true.
and it is true because for women, you can have your best friend, you can have your mom, whoever it is, you can just turn over and talk to them. And men don't have that. You guys don't have that access. If you think about it.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, for me it's kind of like like it's a 50-50 for me, to be honest.
Okay, so
there is no,
let me get
I
a real
don't know.
plan then.
Yeah. So okay, so for me, I do overall, I think men do have it harder, and I was gonna say women have it harder low key, but like I don't know, like being a man, how you just that's what I was gonna bring up was girls, it's like socially acceptable for them to talk about their feelings, but then when men talk about it, they get like degraded,
Yeah,
kinda.
it's
They're
degraded,
like, oh,
yeah.
you know what, you're a little bitch, like why are you
Porque
talking about
estás
your feelings?
llorando,
Yeah,
like
stuff
especially
like
in a
that,
Mexican household,
and
But it's because the thing about a man is you have to be emotionally strong.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the thing
Compared
is
to a girl.
how you
Exactly.
yeah,
You have
that's
to
the
be
thing.
emotionally strong because, like, when there's a scenario like going on and everything, like you have to like bring out your, what is it called? You have to like don't think about emotion. You got to think about like
Yeah, like
more
you're
of like
thinking, you're putting, like it, what you're saying is like you're putting yourself, and whether you have family or not, like you're putting that as a, como, how do I explain, like pase lo que pase, like you're gonna make always the best decision for you and your family, kind of
Well,
thing.
it's
Does that
not
make
for
sense?
you;
Or
it's for your family. Because I really do believe when a guy is truly like in love with his woman and he already has kids and everything, like even our friends, like when they're dads and everything, like the more they talk about, like they really like believe they're the best thing that you can be as a dad, as a
Mhm.
guy.
Yeah.
And as a guy, I do believe it's supporting your family. It's being the one for your family, and that's the feeling you can get in the world.
Mhm.
And yeah, I see that in my friends and everything. I have not experienced that myself, but I still call me delusional, whatever. I still believe in like the traditional beliefs. Like for me, like I do want to be that main role in the family. Like for me, like I already like for me, like right now, I like for me, I'm more open now,
Mhm.
and even like the let's say when I talk to like
Today, come on, bro. You're taking it,
okay,
dragging it
okay,
on.
okay,
Come
okay.
on,
No,
today,
for
Linda.
come on.
no,
Spit
for
it
me,
out. Spit it out.
no, for me, like now,
Why are you
I'd
more
rather
open?
no, I would rather like be forward.
Uh-huh.
Back then,
He's in
guys.
love.
No, 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 guys.
Damn, Luisito.
No, no, fucking
Damn,
no, no,
Luisito.
no. What I'm gonna say is, as a guy, like niggas are gonna lie. They're gonna lie to play like a role to like a girl,
Okay,
whatever.
so get to your point.
Okay, and for me, I don't really give a fuck no more. I rather say like the roles that I would rather take nowadays
Mhm.
because, like I said, I do think there's like two different roles that each of you has to take.
Yeah.
And like I said, okay, my perspective, whatever. Like
Oh my.
I've talked to a girl before and this and that, and like lately, and then like there's been that topic. And for me, like I said, for me, I'd rather like about emotions and everything, like as a guy, whatever,
Yes.
venting
Come
to
on. Come
them.
on.
And for me, it's like, why do you need to for me to vent? Simple as that. Like for me, I know I can like mentally I can deal with all what's going on. I'd rather have you just as a comfort. Like, I don't want to worry about work and everything when I'm like with you. For
Mhm.
me, I'd rather like when I'm with that girl, I'd rather just like, chill, hang out, like be stress free.
Yeah.
Because, work is hard and everything as a
Like
like,
you don't want
as
to
a
add
guy.
more to the plate, basically, is what you're saying. Like if you come home to your wife, your
Mhm.
girlfriend, whatever it is, like you don't want to vent in the aspect where you don't want to talk about work because work was already stressful for you. That's what you're saying.
Well, for me, like I said, girls, they think when like a guy doesn't tell them about like work and this and that, like when they're like full on a relationship, they think it's like the guy is not like being open or whatever. But like simply for me, it's like I can separate the two, like work and then being in a relationship. And like for me, the last thing I want to worry about like when I'm home, like when my comfort zone
Yeah, so
is
it's
about work.
what I just said.
I doubt it. Whatever.
That she literally just said when you come home from work, you don't want to add more stuff to your plate.
You're telling me she simplified it for me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you just keep dragging it on, bro. You're like,
All
and
right.
you're like, at my point of view, and
All right,
like
whatever.
this.
Ya anda
Yes. Look,
pedo.
overall, okay. How I was saying was overall, yes, I think that guys have it harder just because,
All right.
in the aspect of mental health
Yeah.
mostly, and then they have to be providers. They have everybody's. They're like,
There's a
they're
lot of stress
let
on
me
a
let me
guy.
Let
finish.
Angel
Let me
talk.
finish. Let me finish.
Let him cook.
Let Angel talk.
Every guy, at least for me, I shouldn't say every guy. For me, I think what I have on my back is like, you know what? I need to make it. I need to provide for my family. I need to provide for my partner. I need to provide for me, and I want to make everything happen by
Right.
myself. Whatever it takes. Like you in the back of my head, that's what I think all the time. And then it's like, okay, like that stress on top of a work. I still have to go to work on a daily basis, and I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Whatever it may be. Like guys always have stuff in the back of their head. Luckily for me, I have like those friends that
Continue.
luckily
And
for
then
me, I have the friends that I can vent to, and they don't judge you because I know some guys don't vent to people that have friends to vent, and then that's when stuff like that happens, like when they commit suicide or whatever it may be. That's when they're in a bad spot in life. But I could also see how girls would have it hard because like physically, like periods, they get cramps, stuff like that, um I know, but like back in the day, they used to get like less pay, that. But I need
Yeah.
not in this day and age, it's like equal pay now. Um, the way that I see on in online basically is girls making OnlyFans. They make a living off of just posting pictures. Guys have to go out there like me and you. We got to go
Yeah.
out there to jobs. Like all of us have to go out there to get jobs. Like, but mostly you just see girls posting stuff and you see them driving a Lambo, you see them in this big house, you see them with all the jewelry on, and they're just living there. They take pictures, create videos, and that's it, and then guys have to work up to that point.
To a standard,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I
harder.
kind of want to like go back into kind of what you said, how you said that you have a lot on your back,
Mhm.
same with you. But I feel like it kind of, how do I say, like for me as a woman, I'm speaking for myself only.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of stress as
Mhm.
well,
And that's the side the guys don't see,
and
obviously.
yeah, and that's kind of like what I wanted to like bring out and point out because some girls, a veces, como te digo, like I said at the beginning, sometimes we try to think that we're tough and that we can do it all, but in reality,
Like
sometimes we can't.
independent, like
And just in
independent kind
general,
of, yeah.
overall, like maybe, yeah, as men, you want to do it all and you want to feel like you have to be the provider and you have to live to that certain standard. But we're all human, like
Mhm.
we all need some sort of support system. We all need some sort of help, whatever it is,
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, I have a lot of stress on my back. Live to a fucking expectation every day where, what, like I have to work, I have to get my shit done, I have to whatever it is, and that's, I feel like sometimes that men don't really see that point of view from a woman because like I said, we talk to our friends, we talk to this, and we de-stress ourselves. And I feel like with you guys, it's a little harder to like maintain that, like, como te digo, like, it's harder for you guys to hide. You know what I mean? Kind of in a way, like you guys put it out there when you guys are like stressed or you guys angry, like se les nota en la cara. If that does that kind of make sense or not really?
Okay,
Sometimes. I'm not saying for everybody.
We're
But
emotionally
like,
expressed in our facial features or what?
no, okay,
I
so
don't.
I think that would be like like kind of emotionally, like showing your emotions, kind of like when
Yeah,
you're
kind
like,
of.
obviously some people when they're stressed they show their emotions, like what they're angry, this and
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then there's people like for me, I don't really show my emotions, like I if I'm stressed I'm like whatever, I'm gonna
Same.
get through it, I just put it to the back of my head and
Sí,
I'm like
soy.
But
whatever.
I
And
think it's natural for you to have like emotions and expressions.
yeah, of
Mhm.
course.
But the difference is how you're gonna act on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can be mad on this and that, and there's one guy that's gonna take one approach. There's another one that's gonna
Yeah.
take a different
And it's
approach.
just like the difference, like same thing with women. Like, I could take it a whole complete opposite route,
Take
or somebody else could take it like, 10 times better or 10 times worse, whatever it
Mhm.
is. And I also do feel like that kind of does have to do a little bit on the background on how you grew up and who you grew up with,
Well,
in a sense.
so now that we've like have been talking about it for a while, like even in like previous episodes, like being raised and stuff like that, and how you were raised, I think yes, it does take like it takes into like consideration how you were raised, but then it also is part of what you learned throughout
The
you
years,
growing
or
up
right.
basically, and how what information you were taking in, and kind of how you handled situations, like how you Luis was saying.
well, let me say another controversial take. For me, I truly believe it really is an excuse of like how you like. There's a lot of people that say, "I grew up this way and I grew up that way," and I really do think it's an excuse for, let's say, your actions or whatever. You play in the victim mindset.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
for every person has their own mind.
Yeah.
They might like there's people like you can see it. It's like they have their parents and they act a totally opposite
Oh
way.
yeah.
Overall, let's say after your brain develops and everything, you're gonna observe everything. And you're gonna observe like, the good and bad. And then from there you get your own
Characteristics.
characteristic.
Yeah,
It's a hard
characteristics.
characteristic.
Characteristics.
Yeah, so I really do believe that. Like for me, I don't like to play that victim mindset.
Yeah.
regardless how you grew up and everything, everyone's gonna have a different mind.
Yeah,
And
that's kind of a good way that you put it. Is like
Yeah.
people they use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Well, I grew up with this, but then you see other people, they
Mhm.
grew up that same way,
Mhm.
and then they're totally opposite, and
And
that
we've
goes.
seen scenarios before. Like there's, it
Even
depends how your mind really
yeah.
is. You've seen scenarios when
It's
it's like
it's a choice.
they have a
yeah,
family
exactly.
and the dad's an alcoholic,
Mhm.
and like there's have two sons. Let's say there's two sons. One son is gonna be an alcoholic.
Why
The
not
other
the
one's
girl?
never gonna touch an alcohol.
Mhm.
And the difference is because
It's the
one
choice.
learned from it, and the other one followed the footsteps.
Yeah.
And it's the choice that you
Yeah,
make. It's
exactly.
like I can
I
be like him and then make an excuse for it at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I can
It's
learn
either
from
you're
it.
playing the victim mindset or you're learning from it.
Yeah.
I agree on that what you say, because like for me, I grew up not as how I wanted, but I could have, because like for me, my family would always think, oh, because she didn't have this, she didn't have her parents growing up or whatever, she's gonna end up like my dad or whatever, because he
Yeah.
was an alcoholic. Did I
Mhm.
choose that route? Absolutely not. I could have if I wanted to, like you said, like you fuck all that victim shit. Like we all have it fucking hard in reality.
Mhm.
Like we all fucking do. Like there is no, oh, but you're going through this or you're going through that, but I'm going through it worse. Like no, like there is such a balance between we all fucking go through it, and it's your choice, your decision, and your persona if you're either gonna fucking do the right shit or you're gonna fucking just completely fucking throw your life away.
So
Disclaimer, guys: BB only drinks on like Saturday. Just for the
yeah, I think we
podcast.
all need to drink on Saturday, low key.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not truly alcoholics.
Yeah,
guys.
I think this is the only that we drink. Like either like Friday, Saturday, during the week. I don't think so.
Mejor me quedo callada porque eso no es cierto.
Yeah. For
BB
who?
drinks a little bit more, but whatever.
Alright.
Nah, I work, guys. Son unas chingas que nos dan. a la
The
verga.
one so it's gonna sound weird, but how we're talking about like their people's mindset, and guys and girls, we'll say both parties, having stress, obviously, and coming up, depending on what you've absorbed throughout your life and how you took that and how you took control of your life basically and the decisions that you've made. I listened to an audiobook not that long, like probably 2
A la
months.
verga.
No, because it was like a book that I was like, I was interested in it, and I listened to it, and it was about like the cause of stress.
Mhm.
It's I don't know if you guys want to listen to it, but it's called "Don't Believe Everything You Think." And basically, what it says is there's a chapter in, or there was a quote in it. It says, I think and think and think. I've thought myself out of happiness a million times, but never once thought myself into happiness. So that kind of goes like
Damn.
like when you think about it, when you get something, you think yourself out of it, like, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, this is nice, but I could have had this, or I still, you think you're
There's
happy,
never
and then
enough.
there's never enough, basically. But there's never been one time when you're like, you know what? Like, oh,
You're content.
yeah, you're content. You think yourself, the root cause, basically the whole reason, the whole thing of the book was like, the cause of stress is your thoughts.
Yeah.
It
And that-
really is.
Your
It's
brain
and
is
it
your
is.
worst
thoughts.
enemy.
Yeah.
Your brain is your worst
Exactly.
enemy. Like your heart can want and desire something else, but if your brain is like,
When
nah,
you think
like
about, yeah,
you're just
you
thinking
can
and thinking and
you can
thinking
have
and
feelings,
thinking.
but then when you think about
Yeah.
those feelings, that's when you
Mhm.
get into thought and you
And when you do impulsive decisions,
Yeah,
and
stuff,
when you
you know,
start
that's-
doing,
Like I said, we all are humans. We all have we're all gonna have feelings, emotions, and all that. But the difference is what action we take,
Mhm.
because that's what separates us. And I don't really think it's like a sexist thing, like a man or a woman,
Yeah.
whatever. Like I said, it's a good majority that like girls are more emotional. This time, like as a guy, you do
Oh, yeah.
need it. Like I'm telling you, it's a yin and yang. Like
yeah.
as a guy, I think you do need a woman.
There's a balance.
And it even it's like what you say, like there's a balance, and it says it, like, not to cut you guys off or anything, but it actually says it in the Bible, like at the beginning. Y'all
You know what, Vivi? I'm tired of you cutting us off, man.
I'm tired.
Let
I'm
me
tired, Grandpa.
talk. All right, let me fucking talk.
All right, what a
There's actually a really good there's a verse in the Bible, when you start reading the Bible at the beginning, it talks about Adam and Eve, and how when God was creating Adam and Eve, and how it was saying, like, a man can't live without a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry, not sorry, but y'all can't.
can.
maybe you guys say you can,
I doubt it.
but like in the long run, si te pones a pensar, when you're, let's say, I don't know, si Dios quiere, like, y les preste un montón de años de vida, let's say when you guys are 70, 80, and you start making, I don't know, whatever choices you made throughout life, who's going to take care of you? Who's going to look after you?
Money.
Think about it. No, like you may think it's funny, but it's
No,
like in
just-
reality,
No,
like
because then I'm waiting for Luis to say.
It's
Because
like-
if he was to say his kids, I'm like, okay, well, how are you gonna get kids without a woman?
exactly.
Adopt the
And
kids.
it's those things that like you kind of do think about, because I don't know, like nowadays it's hard and it's weird, whatever relationships, but I feel it is a balance between, the man can be a provider and the woman can do this and cook and clean and whatever it is, but overall it's just a fucking balance. Like a woman is not a woman without a man is not a man without a woman.
So in other words, Vivi does agree with me. The yin yang.
I didn't say I agreed with you.
The yin yang.
A balance.
There's
Yeah,
a
I
balance.
just that's what I said. It was like yin
You said
yang.
yin yang. I
Like
said
for me, like
a
I said,
balance of
I
good and
might
bad.
look like I'm like fucking Andrew Tate follower. And like I said,
Nah.
a lot of Andrew Tate believes it looks like he hates women or whatever, but it really is more like, let's say everyone has their own role,
Mhm.
and yeah, everyone has their own role overall. They'll have their own different struggles. One is financially, it was more emotional, whatever. And it's not just that. There's deeper shit to it.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it is.
I feel like you don't know
You
until
need a
you're
balance.
really
You need
there.
a balance. And like for
Yeah.
me, like I said, call me delusional or whatever. I still believe in that traditional, like let's say,
Mhm.
relationship. That you're gonna
Yeah.
get a
Old
woman, and
school
that's
kinda
only gonna
thing.
be your woman. That's you only
Yeah.
gonna have one. You're gonna create a family with it, and you're gonna create like let's say, girls exaggerate that like they're an empire, or whatever. But like your own home, you don't need like for me, like I said, I
You
don't
don't
think you
need
need
a lot to
all
be
that
happy.
luxury and everything. Yeah, you don't need a lot to be happy.
Mhm.
All you need is more like let's say of like your woman, well as a guy, your woman and like your kids or whatever, and that's all you need. You don't really need all that like materialistic shit and that.
What do
Mhm.
you think? Based off of what he said, because I can say something, but I want to hear your
Well,
perspective.
go ahead. And
What are
say
you
it.
gonna say?
Well, like, no, I agree. I feel like the more that I am growing up and the more I see things like in my own perspective and just the world's perspective and reality, money is nice. Like I always
It
say,
makes
like,
life
money.
easier.
Yes, of course, money makes life.
But it's not
fucking-
everything you need.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
All right.
I let you talk.
You're interrupting me.
Tuan.
But like I said, yeah, money is a luxury and it's nice, and it creates stability and less stress or whatever. But in reality, as you're growing up, all you crave is just for me, I'm speaking for myself, you just crave somebody who's gonna be there for you and is, just gonna make life good. It doesn't matter if you have a lot or a little, because at the end of the day, as long as you have a solid partner and you have somebody that's gonna care for you and go above and beyond, whether he's stressed or you're stressed, whatever the balance is, like you're just, I don't know, like it's just, I don't know, mind over matter,
Tell him,
I
Russ.
guess, or whatever.
No, so there was a video that I saw too, not that long ago, and it was a guy. He was buying a brand new car, and then in the video he said, "Guys, women are a distraction." I'm just saying this. Okay, look, I'm just saying what the video said. I'm not saying this is what I think. But
Angel said it.
But he said, "Women."
I'll cut it off.
Women,
Angel said it.
Shut up.
Women are a distraction. He said, no matter what you do, they're never going to be happy. They always want more from you. Cut all that off. Focus on yourself. Focus on your money, and then focus on something else later down the road when you're settled, like when you're ready to settle. That's what this guy was basically like preaching, in his video. And low key, like,
You're thinking about it.
no. Well, it's not like that, but it's like some women are like that. Like some women are a distraction to other men. Like, if a guy can do greater things, like, and the woman is holding him back, damn, if he's getting a headache or something, guys.
No, I'm just getting emotional, but go ahead.
No, but sometimes the woman does hold a guy back, you know? Like what if a guy has all this potential and then the woman holds that guy back from achieving that potential, you know? It can go both ways. Like yes, there can be a supportive woman that was like, you know what, go for it, do this, do that. But then there's also the other side where they hold you back. So sometimes it's like you never know.
You want to talk or me?
You can go.
All right. For me, that statement that you said, I think it can be true, but you got to keep it a balance. Because, like I said, a guy, I think he can more reach of, like, let's say, a financial level when he's without a woman and whatnot. But, like I said, mentally, as a guy, you might not say it out loud, but you do still want that woman.
Mm-hmm.
And, like I said, you have to sacrifice. Because, like, for me, the time when I thought I had the most, like, let's say, money, like when I was in the oil fields, I was making the most amount of money, whatever. Like I said, mentally, I wasn't good,
Yeah.
like as a guy. And like I said, like a
Come
lot
on.
of, like, when I was out there, like I said, I had money and everything to pay for whatever I wanted to, like the luxury I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I never really had that emotional support. Like I felt lonely.
Well,
I just, like, I was down for sure, like mentally. And like I said, you can reach a lot of with a girl or without a girl. But like I said, it's a balancing point of
Es
view.
como dice el
But-
dicho, like, puedes tener, like, como hombre, you can have everything. Puedes tener todo.
mhm.
But whatever luxury, cars, money, whatever the fuck it is. But at the end of the day, like, who are you enjoying that with? And it's like, también como dice el dicho, like, a behind a good man, there's a good woman. You know, like, sometimes, like, men, that way, I phrased that wrong. When there's a good man, there's always going to be a good woman behind that. Like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know
Never
because
mind.
I'm like I've seen a lot of people that are successful without women. You know, it's like that's the other side. But then with your case, like okay, you went to the oil field, and wait,
Look,
where
I
was
look-
it? Just
look.
just the location. I think
No.
just based on you, what you were going through, like when you were feeling lonely and all that stuff, like you didn't have
Yeah.
nobody, that comfort is because the location you were at. The
No.
location you were at, there's not really that many people your age that are attractive to you, like you personally find attractive. If
Okay.
you were to be somewhere like California, Arizona, Texas, whatever it may be with a bigger population, I feel like you would have been able to enjoy what you were doing as a job more and then go out on weekends or whatever it may be and find people because you would have that other like just social like
social,
there's more social
like,
people out there.
fulfillment.
Yes, because you're in your location. There's like nobody out there. It's just when you go out there, it's just you're there to work, and there's like a lot of older people. You don't know them. They're not attracted to you. Just in your mindset when you go over there, it's like just work, work, work. But I think it would be different if you were to go somewhere else where there was a bigger population, where there was a nightlife too, wherever you were at.
Yes and no. Like I said, for me, I've been. Let's say
Damn, I got Luis
I'm
shocked,
gonna sound
guys.
stupid. No, I'm gonna sound stupid. I can go out, this and that, and like I said, I can go out to bars or whatever,
Mhm.
get attention for like the night, but it's not the same as like getting attention from that one girl.
Mhm.
That, like I said, like for me, a relationship, I don't really want it to be like like for just one night or whatever. I'd rather have it like, let's say, hang out, chill. Like for me, like I said, it's a comfort zone that you want to be with that girl.
Have
Mhm.
somebody
And
you can go out
it's-
with, have fun.
Well, not even go out with or whatever. Just stay at home, whatever.
Well, yeah,
just
like,
watch
but like,
a movie.
I'm
or
That
saying,
you're
like, in
comfortable
general,
with.
like, if
yeah,
you were
exactly.
to be,
That's for me. That's better than actually having 2, 3 girls that you can go out for, like like that whole week. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like for me, that's the only difference it is.
And like I said, this is two different types of people. Like it's like
Uh-huh.
people that think
Well-
that have money on their mind. They're like money on my mind.
No,
I can
but
go
everyone's like
smash
this.
these 3 girls one per night, and like I don't give a fuck about them. And then they go back to making their money.
No, but everyone's like this, dude. Like, how many, like, fucking, let's say, porn stars? There's been fucking
Whoa, whoa!
Play
All
us
right,
out, play
all
us
right.
out.
No.
Whoa, all right. Hold up, pause.
porn stars lately, dude. As a girl, like girls, they were getting money and shit like that. They were making it, and they've been fucking killing themselves because they can't find a guy or anything
after,
like that
like
after
after.
because they have a past.
Yeah.
And this hasn't been going on lately. What's the girl that was fucking going on fucking online that
La
she's like in a
Sharibe?
coma.
Just
What?
kidding.
Emily Willett or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
she's in a coma right now, and she was like trying to kill herself.
I think that's her
with,
last
like,
name.
pills.
Emily something. I think.
And there's like 2 or 3 other girls that like, what was the fucking ones? The ones that fucking died. There was 2 girls recently that like overdosed on like pills and everything,
Yeah.
and it was the same thing. And it's because they can't. There's
Yeah.
there's a difference, you know. Money, like I said, it's comforting, but it's not happiness.
To be honest, I feel like women, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, I feel like women lose themselves more to addiction and to luxury and all of that than men. To be honest. If you think about it like realistically in the world in a certain sense. Why? Because yeah, I feel like Luis said, you guys think a little bit more logical. And I'm not saying that women don't. Before y'all fucking start hating on me because
Yo, come at her head,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah,
because
guys.
I'm
You
not
literally-
saying
Just remember,
She's
this is the one
fighting
that's
for you guys.
representing you.
That's
not
what's up.
saying that women don't because like sometimes I do think I have to think logically, but sometimes I feel like cuando nosotros estamos like it's more easier for a woman to get taken advantage of than a man. Kind of like does that make sense?
No.
Or
Okay,
like,
so look, let me
but
give
I'm
you the.
saying it in the aspect of like
So-
drugs and like addiction and
okay,
like
so-
for
I've seen girls
Okay.
manipulate a guy.
Okay, so,
honestly,
well,
well,
look.
yes, but I'm saying
but look at
And
this.
that's why
okay?
I'm more hard headed because
But look at
just
this too.
fucking
Look, okay,
cancel
look.
me.
Okay, so when
I'm
you're
done.
okay, look, when you're in the aspect of all this, you know, like when you're a girl, guys come up to you, right?
Yes.
Guys come up to you. The guys never have
Hell
girls.
yeah, I'm fucking
No,
hot. I'm a fucking
no,
little baddie over here,
when
little
guys,
shoddy.
it's harder for guys to get girls to
Cancel
come
me.
up to them. We always have to be the ones to have that interaction with you. We have to start that interaction. Guys have to have the courage to go do that, you know. And then on top of that, then you guys are like, oh, like some girls, you know, I'm not gonna say all girls, but some girls are like, okay, like
Most
what
girls.
do you
Déjate
do?
llevo a mi
You know, like what
cuarto.
do you do? Do you make good money? This is and that. But then you know, it's like about financial stability too. So they're always picking and choosing guys. You know, like
Yeah,
you
you guys
have the
don't.
option. You guys have the option to
you
pick and
guys
choose.
don't though.
We don't.
I
We're like,
know.
oh, we could try to go talk to that girl, but that doesn't mean that we're gonna.
It doesn't guarantee
yeah,
you
yeah,
a spot
that's
in
the
her
thing.
life.
Yes,
No, I
yes,
understand
yes,
that.
and that is the
But
thing.
like
It's
what I was saying, like okay, maybe what I was thinking sounded better in my head than what it
damn.
sounded like.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna clap
But-
back.
But no, like it's true though. Like, and I've said this to you guys. Like,
Mhm.
it's 100% true.
Yeah.
Like, anybody could come and talk to me, whatever. If I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you. But
Mm-hmm.
it's so rare nowadays when a female literally goes and be like, "Hey,
Like talks to the guy.
hey, like, damn, you little cutie or whatever. Like, let me get your number."
That's what I let him do. Why
Damn.
you guys looking at me like that?
Damn.
What do you guys
That's what it
think?
What a dog.
It is what it is, you know.
Nah, for me, like I said, I have different beliefs overall.
Do it, you
For
guys.
me,
Damn.
I've
If
different-
Luis comes to the podcast with the black eye guys, you know why?
Why? Because you hit him.
Yeah.
A
Go
la
ahead,
verga. Damn. He
Okay,
getting
whatever.
mad,
Look at
he
that,
getting mad. Okay.
She's
stop.
already trying to cover it up.
all right, I forgot the viewpoint. We're gonna cut to a pause. We'll be right back.
All right, guys. Well, we're back. Luis had to go to the bathroom,
That's
but we're
weird. I don't
and
remember
I
this.
and
No.
yeah.
I was hearing some noises and I went to go check because I
Yep.
was like, I'm gonna be a protector. So I went to go check.
That-
There's nothing over there.
Yeah.
There's no monsters.
But and I
Did you
told her
check my bed?
I literally told
Did you check underneath my bed?
under the bed
No, that's on you. Me and Angel need to
And-
go to the bathroom.
and the closet.
Yeah.
and the closet.
I
She has
think-
let up. I'm not gonna say no.
What?
Brujeria.
Oh my god, guys, I'm done with that shit.
Nah.
Stop.
But I told
so you
Luis
started it?
yeah.
I'm
Nah.
done with it.
Nah, I had told Luis that like Whitey went to the bathroom, but anyways, we were about to end it anyways. So I think overall, throughout the conversation we had, if guys or girls had it worse, like who had it worse, I think sometimes they are equal in a way. But I think women do get by life.
Give me one sec. Let's cut it back. Let's cut it back.
I
Let's
do
cut it
think
back. nigga.
I do think girls
Alright.
have it easier.
No,
like
no, no,
if
no.
they're
Shh,
blessed
shh,
with looks and all that stuff, they have an easier path in
No,
life
no,
to
no.
make money and all
Well,
that
no, we
stuff,
fucked up on this. V, what do you think girls have it hard? Don't even mention guys or whatever. What do you think as a woman is your hard struggles?
That's kind of like what I was talking with you about right now.
Oh yeah, fuck myself.
like no, like and that's kind of what I'm gonna explain to you too, you know.
The audience.
Yes, to you and the audience. I
There
was
you
not
go.
done speaking because you don't ever fucking let me speak,
Damn.
biatch. Yeah, no way,
I'm
no.
gonna cut this out real quick.
I feel, you know, fucking
All right, what do you
hate you,
feel?
dude.
What do you feel?
I hate you for real. I feel like sometimes as women, although we do have somebody to lean on and whoever it is to talk about, I feel like I don't know. I just speak for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I feel like it's a little bit harder for me in the aspect where yeah, I do have my friends and stuff, but I feel like me trato ser like the hard one, the tough one, always. And by that, I'm saying where I try to not show emotions. I try not to show how I'm feeling or what I'm going through. And I'm pretty sure, like, you know what the fuck is up. But shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not
But
saying shit.
like, but I'm saying it more in the aspect where sometimes I feel like although we talk and we go through these things and nos echamos una pinche lloradita y seguir adelante. Like for real. Like for real, for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this because it happens to me all the time. Like there's times where I'm going through shit or just even like shit in general, like past traumas, whatever it is. Like I feel like sometimes i- in general, you know, like not just as a woman, but I feel like in general, sometimes we don't heal from those things. And it is brought up into certain scenarios. It's brought up into whatever the fuck it is that you're going through. And you don't heal from that. And I feel like that's a really big mistake for me personally because I know I should be healing from it, but I'm the type of person, I'm the type of woman where it's like, you know what, like pasó lo que pasó, me dolió, and yeah, it might still hurt me, pero una pinche lloradita y para adelante. And yes, it might still affect me. Yes, it might still hurt me in some certain ways, but not in the aspect where like I'm craving for the attention, I'm craving for whatever the fuck it is. Like, no, like it's just things that I feel like in general as a human, it's always going to have an impact and hurt you in whatever way the fuck it is. Like,
Well, I think just it goes back to the girls being emotional, and I feel
I
like
have
they
a
hold.
question for you
I feel,
because of that.
I feel like they just hold on to stuff longer than
yeah,
guys.
yeah, exactly.
Do you feel like as a guy you need a healing phase? Because girls always talk about this like healing phase that they need or whatever after a
Like a
breakup,
breakup or
whatever.
something.
Do you think you need that?
Well, when I was in that point in my life, all I did was I went to the gym and that was it. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I think guys when they break up or like even when they go through that phase, like a healing phase, we'll say like you know the only way to heal is like kind of not think about it, but it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind, you know. And then at a certain point, you kind of just get over it.
Yeah.
You know, it just okay. You know what? I just got to tough through it, and then it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be all right.
Because for me, in my perspective, overall about this, is for me, I never had a relationship, whatever, like truly. It's mostly been like situationships and all that. But I don't think I really need like a healing
Healing
phase or
phase.
whatever. For me, I really do play my life as it is what it is. I just gotta go on with, my life. Simple as that. Like, and if I know I did my own good, I think I'll be fine. And like I said, it's not to get into spiritual stuff, but like I feel like there's always a plan for me. There's going to be something better for me later on.
If
And
it's
like
not
for
meant to be,
me,
it's not meant
yeah,
to
it's
be.
not meant to me. Then I let it be. I'm not going to be having hatred over that person. For me, like I said, even personally, the most of the people that I've had like situationships with or whatever, I'm still cool with. I don't have hatred towards them or whatever. And this is the big thing that I always see in relationships. Like once they break up, whatever, they have hate towards them, talk shit about them all the time. And like for me, it is like I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
And for me, that's like one of my biggest like pet peeves.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I said, for me, I let it go. Like for me, it is what it is. I'll let you be.
Yeah.
I'll
You
move
just let
on
it
with
go.
my
Yeah.
life.
You
Yeah,
move on.
simple as that. And for me, that's helped me out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, that's why I don't really think I've had like a really hard time or whatever, because I That's my mentality.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's
your
my mentality overall. I don't like to bring I don't get emotional. For
Mhm.
me, like I said, like I had a really good times with that specific person or whatever. But for me, I say it is like, we had good times. It came to an end and that's it. It's not gonna for me I feel like it's cliche when they talk shit about each other, after good moments that they had.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's my take.
All right. Well, guys, that is looking at the time right now. That is it for Taking Shots podcast.
Subscribe, like, and follow, share. I don't give a fuck. You do
Guys-
one thing or the other.
Guys, next week we're coming out with relationships part 2
And we got a
with a
special guest.
Dun,
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 dun, dun,
dun.
We're not gonna say
dun.
who, but hey, just wait on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna
If
come
you
back.
guys got questions, post it right now. Because for sure, the next episode, we already got a guest locked in. If you're not locked in, I'll square up with you. You know who you are, special guest.
Down.
Oh,
Harvey.
hell no. He's
I know
getting
where you live.
feisty.
But guys, as always,
Thank you so much.
and remember to keep taking shots. Later.
Drop the mic.
Shut the fuck